She wants to be the number one real estate agent in her region, and I told her she was thinking small, and she laughed her head off. She was going to leave early on Sunday. She said she was a little bit cynical.
Really?
But then she thought, wow.
Does that mean if we leave at 4, we're doing any interviews in the car?
There could be one.
Do you know what? For now, I'm just going to put aside 4 slots a day and I'm going to respond to everything. I want it to be as personal as possible because I know how important it is for me to put myself into this, and this is part of the experiment, is me just trying to see what is possible from a management perspective for the individual, because there's going to be many businesses that are following this and they're going to go, well, it's easy for you, and I want to try and have as much of a real experience about what a small business owner would be going through if they're doing this themselves, so that I can, number one, empathise, but also number two, then also share with them, okay, for a period of time, you'll have to do it yourself, but when you learn how to delegate, this will be the process in which you delegate.
You've got feathers.
I know,
literally.
no shit. Every time I sit back in my chair, and all of a sudden, like, feathers will go. So there's a little bit of snow in the office, and I'm sitting there going like this. Going to be leaving as soon as I get off the phone from you to head to Newcastle. Where are you based? I think it's important that you see the balance. Just to give you context, I'm on somewhere between 17 and 19 days straight right now, and I'm finishing most nights at 6:30, getting home at like 7:30, just in time to put my son to bed. And I do that because it's moving me towards something that is of a greater purpose that involves me spending more time with my son. So I don't think you should beat yourself up, but I do understand where you're coming from at the same time. Snapchat, just thought I'd let you guys know we're going on a road trip, and look what I have with me. Hey, Newcastle, we're coming for you.
I'm in the car. Kerwin's just jumped back in from getting petrol, so I'll pop you through to him.
Kerwin, how are you?
I am unstoppable, thank you. How are you? To kick it off, why don't you give me the nutshell, the short version of how we got to where we are here? Like, what's your background in terms of business?
In the last year and a half, I thought, for goodness sakes, if I don't bite the bullet and just do this at 100%, then I will regret for the rest of my life in terms of the legacy that I never left.
What is it that drives you? Is it building a business to make money, have freedom, or is it more of is there something deeper?
Yeah, it is actually. I've got everything I need. I don't have any children. I've got a beautiful partner. I can you're sort of sounding like Darth Vader.
I am?
Yeah.
I may have channeled Darth Vader. It's very possible. What would your expectations be if your application was successful?
Moral support, as well as for people to believe in me.
Have you had a high level of accountability in the business to date from anyone else outside of yourself?
No.
Okay.
I haven't.
Is that something you feel is missing?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
No.
The children and
Just wanted to check.
Highly emotional.
Yeah. Is she stable enough, do you think?
She's stable. She's passionate.
Yeah, I'm going to call her.
And I'm very emotional.
So I was going to ask you that question. Have your emotions been something that have got in the way of your ability to move forward in the past? Because here's what my sense is. My sense is if we were to work together, I would want us to work together on learning how to regulate our emotions in a way where they don't overcome us to the level that perhaps they are in our life right now. Look, I believe you're a very passionate lady, and I'm very drawn to that, but I also believe that there's a part of you that would be far more influential with yourself and others if you were able to regulate that emotion as it bubbled up inside you. Because if we can bring it up and shine the light on it and bring it into our awareness, then we can work on it. And I just know that some people are so passionate about what they do, but when they go to communicate it to others, they lose their ability to influence through the emotions coming through, because emotions are something that can move people, but emotions that are expressed at too high a level can create a perception of instability, and that instability can really erode that certainty that is required to influence people to follow us, to take direction from us, to invest in us. If we can work on that and you're open to working on that together, you'll be so much more powerful as a coach, but also as a communicator in your cause to get people behind you. And they'll get behind you not because they feel sad about the story, they'll get behind you because they feel inspired, but they'll also trust you because they'll feel that stability and that certainty.
Gotcha. Yes. No, that's priceless what you just said to me, because it's not something that I've been aware of. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. But listen, is this something that you really want?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm actually feeling very certain about this, so I'm ready to accept your application today and welcome you to the family. I think this is going to be something that will be very healthy and helpful for you.
Oh my God. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my God. Oh.
Now you can get emotional.
Now I can get emotional. Wow.
Look, I'm going to be straight up with you. We've got some work to do, but I believe that the more work we do, the better we become. And I think if we can nail this emotional regulation, that's going to take you into a whole nother stratosphere in terms of your ability to influence because of your passion and your desire. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Fantastic, and congratulations and welcome to the K2 Elite family. She's adorable.
She's very lovely.
She's adorable.
She handled that feedback brilliantly.
Yep.
And you know what? She got it straight away and she regulated instantaneously.
Yep.
Invoice to kerwinray.com. Let's speak soon. Now I know what you're thinking, why the f am I speaking in an American accent to my phone when I'm doing voice to text? Because it doesn't understand an Australian accent. So Manny, I was thinking next evolution, like scale, because at some point you're going to need to do what I'm doing.
Yep.
And the boys are going to need to do what you're doing.
Yep.
3 years ago, I was not a real businessman. I was someone who was having a go, but it took an accumulation of lessons for me to get to a point where I finally went, okay, I now understand the bigger picture, and now I understand business isn't just about sales and marketing, it's about leadership, it's about planning, it's about culture. When you stop measuring your own success by how much money you have in the bank, and you start focusing on the things that are more important to you, that's when the money flows.
And biggest lesson, Kerwin, in the last, we'll say, 3 years?
The importance of good talent. It's all about talent. You can't do it on your own, and you don't want to do it on your own. You want to do what you love, with people that you love, have fun while you do it. You guys know how to party, yeah? Are you doing it in Canada?
Yes, in winter.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, a winter wedding.
3 weddings, absolutely.
Global tour. When I get
wedding
married,
tour.
I do it on a global stage. Do they need to be pushed a little?
Yeah, you might want to push a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, well, look, as long as they're all right with it, as long as you're okay with it.
They won't. Like, I'm terrible at jokes.
Yeah. That's really funny. I'm terrible at jokes.
And that's what I joined K2 for, was for the emotional intelligence.
Right.
Yeah. So how do I manage my emotions? And because I knew that's what was stopping me from being a better leader, because of the shit that's going on in my head.
And now?
Now it's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting clearer.
It's always going to be a work in process.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never get to that point where you're finally a great leader. All right, well, I might meditate a little bit before I go on.
One of the biggest issues that I've been experiencing over the last couple of years is my emotional intelligence and my leadership skills. I'm sure if you asked my team, they could attest to the fact that there has been a bit of a shift in my mind this year. And I actually put that down to what I've learned with Kerwin.
See, the biggest challenge for most entrepreneurs is not that they don't have the ability to succeed, it's just they don't understand that failure is the key and the pathway to actually becoming successful. Let's say you're a startup and you want to make $1 million business. You don't have the skills to do that right now. And if you're a $3 million business and you want to build it into a $10 million business, chances are you don't have the skills to do that right now. In order for you to get those skills, you need to make a shit ton of mistakes to get the feedback to learn what you do need to do so that you know what you don't need to do so that you can keep moving forward. But we walk around trying to build businesses and be so precious that we are tiptoeing through our business, trying not to make a mistake because God forbid we look bad in the eyes of other people around us. Whereas we actually don't realise that those mistakes that you're trying to avoid are the very things you need in order to get the lesson to go to the next stage. Most people don't want to know this. Most people think that getting into business should just be sunshine, blue skies and lollipops, and it's not. It's hard work. I have not had a weekend or a day off for 19 days. Now, I'm not complaining about it, but this is sometimes what is required in order to build a very successful business. Now, if you're waiting for an educator to come along and say, you can build a very successful business by working 15 minutes a day, I'm not that f***ing guy. I'm not saying at some point you can't slow down. You can, but do you know what you need to be able to do to at some point be able to slow down? Work really hard until you get to that point. There is whoa, that's what I do. I don't normally do it at that level. But that was pretty cool. I don't know, I feel like we had a moment there. That's fine. Did you lose everything? So did I. You might be able to smell it from here. Energy problem across the city? It's okay, it's me. Every platform has its own language. And what works on Facebook doesn't work on Instagram. What works on Instagram doesn't work on LinkedIn. And you might be thinking, you mean I need to learn all these platforms? Well, you don't have to. Do you want to be in business in 5 years? Business evolves and it innovates. And as it evolves and innovates, so do we need to if we want to keep up.
So you were awesome. That was one of probably the best things I've attended.
Oh, wow, thank you so much.
It really was.
I appreciate that, brother.
Filled me up with some optimism, which is good.
Awesome.
I'm actually terrible at the social media thing, so I'll take that from this.
Get on Snapchat, get on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't even have a personal account in any of them.
Really?
No.
Dude, you got to change that.
I've always been big on learning. He's really good. What did I learn? Wow, so much. Mindset. A lot of what you do has to do with how you're programmed and your mindset.
Which is what I usually get. I've
Okay.
never had Rolf.
I was
This
thinking.
is my dad.
No. For real? Are you for real?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Thanks for coming along, guys. Thank you so much. Ooh, am I allowed to touch?
Yeah.
yeah, everyone else does. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Aaron, thanks for your support, mate.
No, mate, honestly, a big fan of you.
Thanks, man.
I listened.
You did. You participated as well. You were the one. Matthias and I are going to go and see Nathan, Adele's husband.
Yeah. I can stay here.
Do you need anything? You all good?
Grab a coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is there anything I can give you? Not that. No.
Stop it. Got it, anyone?
I've never seen much of Newcastle. Excuse me, do you know where the mall is?
Do you mind if I walk with you for a few minutes?
Sure.
Can I give you one little one?
Yeah, please.
You did say you had open mind. So
Of course.
I'll try to give something.
Please.
Because I think life is all about sharing. The presenter gave the $20 in his hand.
Yeah.
Gave it to the person and said, hold on to that. And because they were holding that money so tight, he couldn't put that extra money actually on there.
Yeah.
And then he says, look, if you open your hand and be more open to the opportunities, I can now do this.
Oh,
and
I
it
like
puts
that.
those down as a physical representation.
Ooh. Mate, that's a gift. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Till next time. See you, mate. All right, let's find out where we're going to go. Excuse me, do you know where the Newcastle Mall is? 2 blocks that way? Yep. What's the worst that can happen? We get some exercise. Oh, mate, I have a feeling this is going to be worth the wait. We've got some good content in that room, hey? I can't maintain that energy for 3 days, but that's what I love about doing keynotes is you can like just sprint. All right, so we're in Newcastle. We've done the presentation. Now going to Newcastle Mall to check out Bao Brothers Eatery and their Taiwanese tacos. Apparently it's awesome. Aha, this is it. Hey brother, how are you? Man, I can tell you got a line.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
We're out of belly.
No. Oh, you're killing me.
Let me tell you, that is the bomb.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so Adele, who is one of our K2 Elite members, who's now just gone through a merger. So she's 2 years into the program and she's 15X. This is her partner Nathan, and Nathan launched this business and they killed it. They quit their jobs and now doing it full time. You know, these guys, what they're doing here, this is the epitome of the entrepreneurial journey. And this is what it takes. This is what you got to do.
So it's Taiwanese street food. A guy made them famous in New York a few years ago, Mama Fuku, and we saw them in London when I was traveling and just came home and decided to make them, so yeah.
It's interesting, I just got a message on the graduates group from one of the guys who just graduated on the weekend from Nail It and Scale It. I cannot help feeling overwhelmed. I've spent 3 days just coping with it. But what she doesn't realise is overwhelmed means she's doing it right. Overwhelmed's part of the process. Because I guarantee you, like, there's every possibility she's probably watching TV. I don't know, like, there's always more time. You know, there are very few people that I meet that actually don't have more time. It's just they've got to be willing to sacrifice something that they're investing time into. It's like when people go to the gym, they start lifting weights and it hurts. They go, oh, this must be bad. What she's experiencing right now is the pain of conditioning. And you've got to experience the pain in order to condition yourself. It's normal. And this is the thing, people just got to realise it's normal for it to hurt. It's normal for it to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. Pain's good. Pain is not the problem. It's our ability to deal with it. But she'll get there. This is what the fuss is all about. Nathan, what do you got to say about this?
Sorry, there was no chicken or pork.
Yeah. Is this wasabi mayonnaise?
Wasabi mayo, yeah,
Nice.
it's really good.
That bun is so light and fluffy. That is good street food. You know, it's weird. I've had such a shift like for so many years, I didn't want more team. Like I wanted to keep the team small because I had convinced myself that I wanted a really simple and easy business, and that, you know, scaling with team was going to be a problem, and I wanted to be more profitable. But now I'm realizing that when you have a small team, you fundamentally increase the risk dramatically, because if you've got, like, say 5 team members and, you know, 1 or 2 of them, you lose 1 or 2 of them, you're losing almost 50% of your talent, and that's like legacy talent, you know, systems, processes. As I'm learning, the more talent you have, the less disruptive it is to lose 1 or 2 people, because it's, in the scheme of things, it's less of a percentage of talent. And also people management, people leadership. Leading people is just such an important skill. I spoke to a girl yesterday, she said, oh, you know, I really want to grow a big business, but I don't want to have any team, so I want to find a business where I can, you know, be very big and successful, but I don't need any staff. And I was just like, look, I'm sure there are businesses out there, but you know, that's not the norm. I'll let you boys go. Congratulations, man. Well done. I'm actually not hungry, but I feel like I need to eat it. Oh my God, I'm hungry. I know, this is the start of something massive. What we're doing right now is preparing us for something much bigger. I'm 100% convinced of that.
What I love.
Aha, did you hear that? Just focus on service. Yeah. Stop making this about you. If you help enough other people, you'll be taken care of. He took the job that he said he wasn't really interested in.